son. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Prattville High School Gymnasium, where we've got three teams showing up tonight wrestling. Prattville will take on Auburn, as you're looking right now, in the 103-pound weight class. Immediately after that, you'll see Hoover take on Auburn. After that, it will be Hoover and Prattville. I'm Chip Powell alongside Klein Countryman, who's not with us just yet. But we're watching the 103-pounders for Prattville and Auburn, and we're getting the rosters for you as we speak. The coach that you're hearing in the background is Prattville High School coach Trent Miller, who happens to be his birthday today. So happy birthday to head coach Trent Miller of the Prattville Lions. Two-0 in favor of the wrestler from Auburn, and again we're getting the rosters as we speak. Just getting started here in the first match of between three teams tonight. First will Prattville Auburn, second Auburn and Hoover, and then Hoover will take on Prattville here at Prattville High School Gymnasium. Again, I'm Chip Powell alongside Klein Countryman, who is out getting our rosters at the moment. Got a good crowd on hand tonight. Still 2-0 with 4 seconds left in the first period in favor of the Auburn wrestler. All right, we have Klein joining us now. Klein, with the two wrestlers on now for Prattville in the 103-pound weight class is
Adam Pierce from Prattville, Adam's a 10th grader, and Michael Jordan of Auburn.
Michael Jordan.
Not of Chicago Bull, but of Auburn.
And he's an experienced wrestler because I've seen him wrestle before. He's got to be an upperclassman for them. But
yeah, he's one of their better wrestlers.
2-0 in favor of Jordan from Auburn as we go into the second period. Escape for Jordan. 3-0 now in favor of Jordan over
Adam Pierce.
Adam Pierce
I'm
of
sorry.
Prattville.
Adam's a good kid. He's just a little young. He's gone to Oklahoma with us a couple years. He's a smart kid, works hard.
And if I'm not mistaken, Klein, I believe Jordan is probably a state placer in the past. So.
Yes, he is.
And he's got Pierce in a pretty bad situation here.
Yeah.
Good move by Pierce getting out of there, but 3 points for Jordan. Score 8-0 now in favor of Jordan of Auburn. Klein, you may need to explain rules again as far as points where they'll stop the match at some particular point.
Right, 15-point lead, they'll stop it for a technical fall.
Okay.
And you get 2 points for a takedown, 1 for escape. If you're on bottom and you get away from the guy, you get 1 for escape. And if you're on bottom and you reverse him and get on top, you get 2. And then a 2-second, if you hold the guy to his back at a 45-degree angle for 2 seconds, you get 2 points. For 3 seconds, no, I'm sorry, 5 seconds, 3 points.
There's an escape by Pierce to make the score 8-1 with right at 30 seconds left in the second period. Each round is 2 minutes,
right.
Klein, and that can be a little different in tournaments, but mostly your matches are 2-2-2.
Right.
But as you get in consolation rounds, maybe it's shorter.
Right.
No tournament tonight. Just I guess you call this a try match.
Yep, we've got Hoover here. Rematch of the state football championship, Prattville and Hoover.
Yeah, that's right. Didn't even think about that. I wonder how many crossovers we have. Guys that have played at Hoover football and Prattville football. I know we'll have one tonight, and Jeremy Hooks.
Yeah.
Have two.
Logan Sherrill.
And also Zimmerman. Kyle Zimmerman.
So. Yeah. Hoover's got a good team. They got a good coach, T.J. Sayers. He wrestled at Homewood in high school and then wrestled at UTC college. He's a good guy, and I am not sure. We'll have to, when they come out, we'll have to look and see if we can figure out if any of them look like they played football.
Jordan now has a 10-2 lead going into the third period. Pierce has done good with the exception of getting thrown on his back, but did a great job fighting off against a good wrestler from Auburn.
Yeah, he sure did.
Another escape by Pierce, 10-2 in favor of Jordan from Auburn. Good quick move, takedown right there, double leg by Jordan, making the score 12-3. I missed a point there.
Yep.
12-3 in favor of Jordan from Auburn with 46 seconds left in the third period. You know, in Klein and wrestling, anything can happen, as we saw last week on our internet broadcast when Prattville was wrestling. Who was it? I forgot who
Alex City. That's right.
Benjamin Russell from Alex City. One of the Prattville wrestlers, 9-1 lead.
Yeah.
And with about 10 seconds left, got flipped over, flipped on his back, and was pinned with 1 second left. And that was huge point difference because it looked like it was going to be at least 3 points for Prattville. Turned out to be 6 points for Benjamin Russell.
Yeah.
We did hold on to win that match, but it was a little closer than we wanted it to.
Right.
12-3 Jordan as he working hard to get more points, but looks like that's going to be the final score, 12-3 in favor of Jordan from Auburn. Coming up next is the 112 weight class, the Prattville wrestler.
I'm sorry, this is actually 119.
Oh, 119?
Yeah, that was 112. This is Cody Sims of Auburn versus Cody Carter. I'm sorry, Corley Sims of Auburn versus Cody Carter, who's was third in the state last year.
Did they not have 103?
I think they've started at 112 tonight.
Okay.
The new, well, not new rules, but versus when you and I wrestled, they now draw a card at the beginning of the night, and they don't start at the same bottom weight class. So
okay. I was thinking I had heard that they were starting at 103, but I guess not. 19-pound weight class, Cody Carter has 2 points for a takedown. And do you know anything about the wrestler from Auburn?
No, I don't. I think Jordan, the 112-pounder, wrestled last weekend at 119, and him and Cody Carter had a real battle. They said in the finals, Cody ended up beating him. So I don't know if he's decided to make a drop down to 112 to find another place to wrestle other than Cody Carter's weight class.
And Cody last year as a junior finished
was a third place finisher.
Or is he a junior this year?
He's a junior this year.
Finished third as a sophomore.
Sophomore had to beat the defending state champion in the consolation semifinals just to place at state. So
wow.
He
and who was that kid? Do you remember?
No.
I remember that being a very competitive weight class.
Right.
As far as a lot of guys that had finished high were in the that actual field. 2-1 now in favor of Cody Carter as the Auburn wrestler got an escape there.
Cody looks good. He looks like he's got a lot of energy. Healthy looking.
Great single leg right there. If he can keep it up, there you go. 2 points right there, 4-1 now in favor of Cody Carter of Prattville. Now, Klein, what is that particular move called?
It's like a Navy ride. You're trying to, it's almost more like a freestyle move. He was trying to get some back points there.
And 2 points, back points there, 6-1 now in favor of Carter.
And he's got the leg, what we call a Turk ride there. And, just a hook on the head, and he is scoring points.
3 points there now, 9-1 in favor of Carter, as like he's got some kind of cross body ride. Going into the second period, 9-1 Cody Carter's decision. I guess he got choice and picked down. What does Cody generally like to do on bottom?
I'm not sure. I've not watched him enough this year to know. I would say he likes to stand up.
Yeah. What a move right
which
there.
He
Look
did
at
very
that.
well, yeah.
Wow.
He's wearing this guy out.
Yeah, he has 2 points, takedown, 11-1. And he's getting some back points now. Like he's going to pick up 2 more. 13-1. If he gets a near fall here, it'll be over with, I guess.
Yep. Our Prattville Lion is here. I believe her name is Kayla Crawford. She came to our Cats Classic tournament this weekend, and there were a bunch of little kids there that enjoyed having her there. It was fun watching them. They think she's real.
Yeah. 13-1 with 1:10 left in the second period. Cody, so far this year, Klein, I know we don't have the records right here in front of us, but he's been competitive in every tournament, obviously, and maybe even won a few.
Right, he won the Auburn tournament the weekend before last. Oh, and then he won the St. James tournament this weekend. That's the one he had the real battle with the Auburn kid in, Michael Jordan. So I know for a fact he's won 2. I believe he was in the finals of the Hoover tournament.
Good scramble right there by the Auburn wrestler, 13-2, neutral position.
But Cody's another good, polite kid. That's a fireman to his back and to a pin. Very good.
What a move. I've never seen that, Glenn. I know I've been away from wrestling a while, but wow, that was an incredible move there.
Yeah, we were just cruising along. I thought we were going to get a technical fall to a pin. So, all right, we have Ty Yoakum against Trey Phillips of Auburn. Trey Phillips of Auburn, Ty Yoakum of Prattville. Ty is like I said, he transferred in this year. His mom and dad are in the Air Force, and he came here from Germany.
And this is 125-pound weight class.
Yes.
And Klein, can you calculate the team scores for us? 2 points for Yoakum right there, the beautiful move on a takedown.
We are, I believe it's 6-4. I believe they got a major decision that first match. Jordan did. So we picked up 4 points, and that pin right there for us put us at 6.
6-4 in favor of Prattville team scoring after 2 matches.
Right, and if you calculate the 103 class, which I don't know if they've done, gone through the formality of taking the forfeit, but we're going to get a forfeit there. So we're really 12-4 right now.
Who is our 103? I know he
Dustin Mullins.
Dustin Mullins,
yep.
And he is in
the 9th grade.
9th grade.
Last match we talked to him a little bit and found out what was playing on his iPod, which
wasn't good, or
well, I didn't know the music.
2-0 in favor of Yoakum from Prattville. Still first period.
And Ty is very proficient on his feet. Being a freestyle wrestler in Germany, they just don't do a lot of on the mat wrestling, so that's what he's had to learn. You know, he's got that little bit of learning curve there, but he's coming along pretty good.
And he is 10th grade.
Grade. What grade is Ty in?
Yoakum is a junior at Prattville High School here.
Sorry about that.
Still having a 2-0 lead here.
Looks like we got a bunch of mat maids out here tonight. That always helps the appearance of the place.
Yes, it does. The wrestlers here at Prattville are not all that good-looking guys, you know, but at least you have some nice-looking young ladies.
Right.
It's always nice when you get a experienced wrestler to move into your town, isn't it, Clement?
Oh, yeah, we've had that happen the last couple of years. That helps out. You know, it happens on a regular basis to the Hoovers, the Vestavias, and the Chrisums of the world. They have a little larger population, so it's nice. And we've got, you know, Travis Hill. I think Travis wrestles 30 or 35. He transferred here from Lee. And he's a great kid.
2-0 in favor of Yoakum going into the second period, neutral position.
There's Horace Powell.
I guess Horace Powell is recognized as the first wrestling coach at Prattville at Autauga County High School.
Yeah.
And you can be recognized as the first Prattville High School graduate.
Right.
Because Autauga County High School turned into Prattville High School in 1978.
Right.
And Klein is the 1978 167-pound state champion. And Klein, do you still maintain the 167-pound weight class? We're not on camera, so you're going to have to.
I'm about 95 pounds away from that. I met the other day at the gym Morris Holly's son-in-law.
Oh, man.
He lives here in Prattville, and nice guy. Said he, you know, like all of us, miss old Morris.
Yeah, Morris Holly was probably the second wrestling coach here and took over for my dad, Horace Powell, and was quite a character.
Yeah, your dad had some funny stories about
him. He did, but he was a good guy and passed away a year or so ago.
Yeah, sure did.
Do miss him. He was quite a character.
They were a tough generation. Was that Tom Brokaw called them the? I read the book. I can't even remember the name of it now.
We'll see if we can get Coach Powell over here to talk a little bit about that. He's always fond of talking about that.
I think we've got Horace Powell coming.
Yeah. 4-0 here. Yoakum over the wrestler from Auburn in the 125-pound weight class. Again, his name is
Trey Phillips.
Trey Phillips. Yoakum will be down, an opportunity to gain some more points here with an escape or a reversal.
It almost got taken about 5 times.
4-1. I wasn't even looking at the match. It looks like Yoakum got penalized, or the Auburn wrestler got 1 point over a A caution by Yoakum. Here's Yoakum with a escape here. It hadn't been awarded yet. Now he should get 2 reversal. 6-1 in favor of Yoakum as he's got the Phillips of Auburn in a cradle here.
Look like we got a good match here, Chip.
Yep, joined by Coach Horace Powell, the first wrestling coach here at Autauga County, now Prattville High School. This is Yoakum from Prattville in a good situation here. Got the wrestler Phillips from Auburn in a tough predicament here, leading 6-1. Going to pick up some more points here if he doesn't pin him.
I thought he had a pin. Should have had a near fall, which he did. 3 points.
3 points now, 9-1 with 58 seconds left in the third period. Prattville up right now 12-4 in the team score over Auburn. Right after this match, we'll have Auburn and Hoover. And after that, it'll be Hoover and Prattville. And we're going to talk to you a little bit and also have Coach Miller here talk a little bit throughout the Auburn-Hoover match, talking about just where Prattville wrestling is now and where it came from and when it started. Got a lot to talk about there. Here's Yoakum. Look like he may possibly pick up some more points here. Let's see. In a commanding lead, 9-1, with right at 10 seconds left now in the match.
Well, he might get a near fall. Let's see. He's fighting hard to put him on his back, but the guy from Auburn fighting mighty hard.
And that's the end of the match. Yoakum Prattville over Phillips of Auburn, 9-1, picking up, I think, 3 points for Prattville. Is that what that would be, Klein? 3 with an 8-point spread. All right, for Prattville, we have coming up in the 130-pound weight class, Travis Hill and Shelton Bledsoe from Auburn.
And what weight pound class is
this? Is 130. Travis is a transfer from Robert E. Lee. In fact, Yoakum, who wrestled 125, moved in from Germany, who's a freestyle wrestler. So it's always nice to pick up 2 guys into your
starting lineup.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, wrestling has come a long way since 1965, let me tell you. Our first match ever, we wrestled Wetumpka, and I'll have to tell you a little about that later on. So, good match going here. No points yet. Hadn't got a takedown yet. Both wrestlers are wrestling very defensively right now.
We hadn't figured out if the 103 if they've actually announced the scoring, because I don't think Auburn has a 103-pounder. I didn't see them raise their hands, but we actually started out at 112. In the 112-pound weight class, the Auburn wrestler Jordan defeated Pierce from Prattville. In the 119, you missed a good one. Cody Carter put on a show, pinning the Auburn wrestler. And then 125, Yoakum from Prattville defeated Phillips from Auburn 9-1. And here we are in the 130-pound weight class as Travis Hill from Prattville has a 4-0 lead over Bledsoe from Auburn. We will not see in this particular match John Hayden Countryman wrestle, because the Auburn wrestler either didn't show up or realized he was wrestling John Hayden Countryman and didn't want to come.
I think it's the second one. I don't believe I'd want to face it.
I don't believe that either.
Countryman as well. Very good young man and very good wrestler.
After one period, Travis Hill of Prattville over Bledsoe 4-0. Bledsoe with the choice, and he chooses neutral.
So they're up again. I would have thought he chose down.
Well, he must feel confident on his feet but Hill did take him down in the first period. So I guess maybe he feels that's his best is up top, but Hill was proven to be better than him at this point. Good move by both wrestlers there.
But both of them are real quick.
You missed, I don't know if you got in. I saw you come in. I don't know if you saw the end of Cody Carter's match.
I saw it.
Did you see he got a fireman's carry, but he held it and moved it backwards and pinned him out of the fireman's without letting it go. It was unreal.
I don't remember seeing that one.
It was a beautiful hold. But here's 2 points for Travis Hill as he gets a takedown, 6-0 in the second period now for Prattville.
No, he's pretty aggressive there. He's going after that pin right now, trying to drive that half Nelson. I'll tell you one thing, these athletes are in so much better shape and physically as well as mentally, I think, for the day's program. Coach Miller's done a super job in preparing this team, not only this year, but in the past.
Mm-hmm. Been so close to winning the state championship. Been second several times, and hopefully have an opportunity this year to win it all. Everybody's got to remain healthy, and you got to have a little luck. Hopefully that'll happen.
One of the other things that help to have a good program is have good, solid people behind you, like Klein Countryman and several other folks that's done such a good job in trying to keep his program going, and they've done an excellent job. So you have to have that outside help.
No doubt about that. And of all the sports here at Prattville High School, we have tremendous support. But this parent group of these wrestlers here just do a fantastic job because, this is not the money maker that football is. And, of course, it doesn't cost what football does either. But these parents do such a great job and I can't tell you, Bruce Kelo, Robin Kelo, Cindy Countryman, Klein Countryman, all the people. I'm just trying to look around and see who's all responsible. Mike Hill is one of the coaches assistant coaches with Coach Trent Miller, and Bubba Tuberville does a great job as well. Christine Flournoy is always here working the concessions, which is a big part of this too. Still 6-0 in the third period. Travis Hill of Prattville looks like he's got this match well in hand if he doesn't make any crucial mistakes here.
He's trying to go for that half Nelson.
He's got it.
More on his back.
He may have this.
That's going to be a pin, I believe.
He's got it.
It's a pin, fellow. Slap the mat.
There you go.
There you go. That wasn't hard to call, was it?
No, it wasn't. He had it pretty good in there, Travis Hill, with a pin. That's going to put that score somewhere, I think, around 21-4 for Auburn. And we've got Klein back with us. Klein, tell us who these guys are here. 135, I believe.
This is
there we go.
we've got Fabian Quintero from Prattville, and at 35 we've got Autry Bond from Auburn. Fabian is a 9th grader for us, tough kid, really wants to win, works hard at it.
Quintero. And this is 135. Quintero, Prattville.
Fabian Quintero.
And Bond from Auburn here. Pretty tough weight class for a 9th grader.
Yeah.
So we'll see how Fabian does here.
He's fighting a pretty good battle right now.
He's a good kid. He's a hard worker.
You get that cross face, I think he got it. Need that escape.
Well, impressive. You can get a 9th grader come in here and win this weight class if that happens here.
Oh, he's fighting mighty hard. I guess
Still has not been awarded the 2 points yet.
The official stops the match in a
stalemate, I believe.
Stalemate, yes. This officiating seemed to be pretty good up at this point.
Yeah, and we'll get Klein, and he knows, obviously they get to know these officials, and throughout the season and throughout the years. They pretty much have the same and most of the same guys, but they do a tremendous job.
Chip, I've got you a little help here. Cody Carter's going to give us a little input for you and Coach Powell real quick.
Yeah, we need him here. Cody, good to have you here with us, man.
Thanks.
Tell us a little bit about your year as we're watching Quintero wrestle in the 135-pound weight class. But tell us about your year so far. I know at first of the year you were considering wrestling 112, but you like to eat too much or something. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I tried to get down, but just couldn't make it. And I think my first tournament was the Hoover Invitational, and I placed second. And then I haven't lost since.
Now, what wrestler defeated you in that tournament?
The kid from Hoover, Bond.
Will you wrestle him tonight?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ought to be an interesting match. Let's talk about the match we just witnessed. Man, we just saw some brilliant moves there. It's at 0-0 after one for the 135-pound weight class. But that last thing, we saw you shoot for the firemen's, but what happened after that? Because I hadn't seen that before.
Well, he got too far over my back, so I just grabbed his elbow and stuck him. And
is that just something you made up there? Is that a particular move there? Because that was a really neat thing coming out of the firemen's there.
Yeah, it just kind of went with the flow.
Well, listen, what did you do wrong against the Hoover wrestler last time, and then what changes have you tried to look at as you fixing to face him probably in an hour or so here?
Well, I usually ride legs, but I guess they've been working with him, and he reversed me twice. So I've been working on not riding legs, just trying to do some tilts and stuff.
Yeah. All right. Well, tell us overall about the team, how you feel. This team got an opportunity to win a state championship as a team?
Yes, sir. We got everyone back now, so we should be good. Should have a chance.
You're the 152-pound guy here for Prattville. Is he a decent wrestler?
Yeah, he's a decent wrestler.
He's not a countryman, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Well, Cody, we appreciate you spending a little time with us, man. We're going to let you go and get back to concentrating on this next match and looking forward to it, man. But we've enjoyed watching you wrestle all these years. Of course, you're just a junior, so got another year, but good luck to you, fella.
Thank you.
All right, that was Cody Carter, the 119-pounder for Prattville. An exciting, aggressive guy, man. That guy will get after it.
That points out one thing for me as far as wrestling is concerned. A little guy's got as much a chance as a big guy.
Yep. And what a tremendous wrestler he is. Finished third in the state last year as a sophomore. So got an opportunity, and I didn't realize we were going to have such a good match coming up with him and the Hoover wrestler. So I'm looking forward to that one. 1-0 now in favor of the Auburn wrestler Bledsoe in the Bond in the 135-pound weight class. But Fabian Quintero from Prattville, 9th grader, looking good out there.
Yeah, he's got to let the guy get an escape and get that 1 point. But
throw that arm up.
He's got a lot of effort for a 9th grader. Get that elbow up, head up. I'm trying to do a little 1965 coaching here, which I didn't know what wrestling was at that time. One thing while we got a little stalemate here, I'd like to point out that Coach Gene Chiswick, the new coach at Auburn, will be at the A-plus banquet on May 7th this year. And so we're looking for, look what we got here.
Oh, Quintero with a reverse, and he rolls the, oh no, and it gets rolled right back on.
They swapped it.
As Quintero just made a great move to get a reversal and put Bond on his back, but he kept rolling through, and that's a sign of a young wrestler right there.
He's gonna be better.
Yeah, he'll pick it up. That was a good effort right there by the Prattville wrestler Quintero. Here we go. Klein is going to tell us who we got in the 140-pound weight class.
We've got Andrew Solkowski from Prattville, and D.T. Adams from Auburn. D.T.'s, according to Coach from Auburn, is one of their better wrestlers. And Andrew is a 10th grader. This is his first year starting for us. He's a good kid. You know his mom, Lisa Solkowski.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I do know her.
His dad's been a big help to us this year, running some of our fundraising events.
Andrew has the unfortunate thing of position of wrestling one of the better Auburn wrestlers. Great move right there as he almost has an escape. He does have an escape now. Adams from Auburn has got him in a predicament here. Adams leading 2-1, now 4-1 as he gets the takedown here. But Adams, as Klein said, one of the better Auburn wrestlers here. So
he's very quick, very nimble.
Hey, Horace, I met Morris Holly's son-in-law the other day at the Y. Young fella, nice guy. Said he lives here in Prattville. He's got a couple kids. Said he misses Morris. And Chip and I were wanting to know if you knew any good Morris Holly stories.
Oh, man, I know.
we were talking about ones that you can talk about on the air, though.
Well, I'm talking about he was wrestling coach at Wetumpka the year we started in 1965. So he invites us over there. And, of course, when we get over there, he's already weighed his team in. So we weighed my team in and go out there, and it looked like the 90-pounder was wrestling a 130-pounder. But anyway, we were dressed out in football pants and a track jersey. We looked like Ned the First Reader, you know. That's the first match I'd ever seen. So we get on. Of course, we're getting beat, terrible, getting embarrassed. And then our 180-pound man, his daddy was very fond of Saturday Night Live wrestling. And he had learned several moves from that. So they came up ready to wrestle, okay? I looked around. He had black boots on and a cape on. And Klein, he walked out there. And I said, oh, my gosh, this is the end. He looked over at me and went out there and shook hands. And within 1 second almost, he was pinned. He came out and said, Coach, is the match over? It was so. But then the good part of that story, during Christmas holidays, I was able to get one of the wrestlers from, well, he's in the Air Force at Maxwell, and I got him to come over there. He won the state champion in Oklahoma in college and high school. I asked him would he help, and he did, so we worked out it every day during Christmas holidays. The first match was a home match with Wetumpka. He said, well, the first thing, we'll weigh them all in the same time.
Yeah,
that first match was the first time and the last time Wetumpka ever won. We beat them scandalous. So that's the story, Morris Holly's story.
4-2 in the second period here, with Adams winning or leading over Sikorsky from Prattville. As Adams looks like he's going to pick up some more points here and got Sikorsky in a tough predicament here.
Looks like it might be a pinning hold. But all right, he fights back hard.
He came out of it. 3 points for Adams, leading 7-2 now in favor of the Auburn wrestler.
The kid's really hustling, though. He's trying. He hasn't given up by any stretch of imagination in that first round. He could have been pinned very easily.
Yeah.
Another little story on Coach Holly. He always wanted to run a 10-1 defense on our own 20-yard line. So I said, Coach, as long as I'm here, we're not going to run a 10-1 defense. So in his first ball game,
that one guy better be pretty good.
As head coach, he ran a 10-1. I think it was against Wetumpka, and they ran about a 50, 60-yard pass play and wide open.
Like I said, the number one guy in the 10-1 better be able to run a 10-1.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
But the last one I tell is a very good one on him. We were playing Jeff Davis. He was assistant coach at Prattville football. He designed the defensive scheme against Jeff Davis. And we were the first team in the state of Alabama to beat Jeff Davis, 13 to nothing on his defense.
Oh, wow.
So he was a great guy.
So he didn't stick with the 10-1
No.
all the time.
We had a 110.
9-2 now in favor of Adams of Auburn as he gets a takedown going into the third period now.
These kids are fighting hard. I'll tell you what, I'm really impressed with how aggressive both sides are up to this point.
Klein, I don't know if anybody's announced or thought about, but it wouldn't be a bad idea for somebody to announce to the crowd over the PA to go to call whoever, you know, people from Auburn and Hoover that are here, to call some of their folks back home and say, you know, WIQRsports.com, get on there and you can watch this because we're going to broadcast the Auburn-Hoover match coming up too. So wouldn't be a bad idea if we got somebody to announce that and maybe several times tonight, because I know there's some Hoover folks here that have some family back home that would love to watch this. And
that's a very good
Stacey
idea.
Mills tells me that has been announced, but it wouldn't hurt to announce it again, maybe for some late arrivers. But 1:25 left, 9-2 in favor of Adams of Auburn.
This kid could have been pinned a time or two, but he fought out of it.
And he gets a
Got an
one-point
escape
escape right here. Looks like Adams may be a little winded. We'll see here as Sikorsky needs to seriously get a takedown here. Getting to this third period, it sure does help to be in the best shape possible.
Looks like we got
May have a blood, somebody
a skin
bleeding.
elbow, looks like. Yeah, it is a little skin elbow, and they have to take time out and come out and patch that up. So it takes some time, and of course they're very cautious about getting that blood scattered and so forth. Medically speaking, this is one of the safest sports that I know of. They take every precaution to make sure everything goes well. So Coach Miller does a real good job in seeing these youngsters, and with a lot of help from his other folks.
Now, Horace, I don't know if you've noticed our new score clock. We've got two of those score clocks there, $2,000 to $3,000 a piece, and Pepsi was kind enough to donate two of them to us.
Oh, that's great.
With a big help by Jamie Dubose, Coach Jamie Dubose. He went to bat for us and got us two of them.
Oh, that's great.
And what's neat about those is it tells the weight class it's wrestling.
Oh, it's set up for
It
wrestling.
really is.
They've
And
got
the same kind y'all started out with in 1965.
Yeah. Let me tell you, I almost got fired in 1965. During the summer, I had ordered a mat. Nobody in Prattville knew what a mat was.
right.
So I had ordered a mat and didn't tell the principal I was going to order it. It was about $3,000. So as I was out working somewhere and I got a call, Coach, get down here immediately. So I get down there and he said, what is that big roll of mess up there for $3,000? I said, that's a wrestling mat. He said, we ain't going to take it. I said, it's already ordered. We will keep it, and I'll guarantee it'll be paid for. So we had to fight that first mat, and as far as I know, that first mat's still in use at the YMCA.
Adams with a takedown here, 2 points, leading now 11-3 over Sikowski from Prattville.
And he's done well not to get pinned.
Final 30 seconds left in the third period.
Now, Horace, didn't y'all start out on some sort of horse hair mat?
Yes, what we did, we went to Anniston, Alabama, to Army Depot up there, and got about 50 Army mats, bed mattresses.
Right.
And we carried them down to the cotton mill at that time, had them all sewed together.
Wow.
And then we had one of these old coarse, heavy sackcloth put on as a cover. You talk about skin knees and elbow.
I bet.
Oh, man. And the kids, of course, didn't want to come out for wrestling, but every one of my football players, I told them, if you don't play football, you got to wrestle.
Right.
But we had a real good program. And in fact, Morris Harley came and take over the sport program his last year in 1969. We won the first state championship on those wrestlers.
Who would be considered the first state champion from Prattville or Tolga County High School at the time?
George Calloway.
He was a decent wrestler, I think.
He was fair.
Okay, coming up, we've got the 145-pound weight class. The wrestler from Prattville, I believe, is Tyler Frost.
Yep, and that's Dalton, I believe.
Edwards?
Edwards,
Is that what I said?
Dalton Edwards. Yeah, I'm sorry about that left-handed writing of mine. Tyler Frost has worked really hard in off-season. He's a tough kid.
Look what a bill they go with a guy from Auburn's got. He looks
Yeah.
like he's been on the weights a good bit. But he's pretty quick, too.
Both these guys look very aggressive. This ought to be a good match here.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Yeah, I think he's looking for a quick end to this match, isn't he?
I believe so.
Yeah, looks like he found out how strong the Auburn wrestler is at that point. Because I thought he had him in a, what is that, a called cow catcher?
Yeah, that's
cow
what I would
catcher?
call it, yeah.
Yeah, he's well built, let me tell you.
And Auburn had a good football season this year, didn't they? They
Yes.
made it like second round of the playoffs?
Yeah,
Well, we put them out of the playoffs. I
yes, we
believe.
did.
In the semifinals, was it, Milzer? In the semifinals, Auburn first undefeated season they've ever had.
Wow.
And I think we barely beat them 44-3 or something like that. It was bad. I mean, it was amazing. Prattville was probably played one of the better games they played all season.
Yeah.
But Auburn had a fantastic season. It's just that night Prattville was ready to play, and Auburn was just caught off guard. It was 21-0 before we knew it. But
Right.
Auburn has got a fine athletic program and always been very competitive in wrestling. 1-0 in favor of Edwards. I didn't see how he picked up that point, Klein, and we were talking.
I didn't either.
Yeah, you escape.
Must have been a penalty point.
Wasn't
against-
it?
No, it's a penalty point, yes.
Penalty
point, yes, that's correct.
He could have grabbed a headgear.
Frost may be leading in penalty points.
Or really?
Just my little view of Prattville. I hadn't seen them as much as you have, but it seems like Frost is so aggressive sometimes. What a fireman's right there. Beautiful.
Woo, that's beautiful. Got 2 points.
Well, you should have been here for the junior high match. You would have seen numerous penalties. It's always interesting at the junior high level.
Kind of a learning process.
Oh,
huh?
it is. It is.
Frost keeps a very, very tight waist there. 2-1, excuse me, in favor of Frost of Prattville over Edwards of Auburn. Auburn wrestler chooses down. Or did Frost get the choice? I didn't see. Either way, Frost from Prattville is going to be up here, leading 2-1 going into the second period.
Now, who's the big baseball player back here, Chip?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
That may be the young kid that's in the 9th grade right now.
Wow.
I can't think of his name, but he's quite a big boy for a 9th grader. I think that's. We'll find out who that is.
Well, that kid from Auburn is strong, I'm telling you. He is strong in the shoulders. Very strong. The YMCA has played a good role in wrestling here in the
Right.
city as well.
A lot of these young kids that you see here running around tonight, we introduced the YMCA wrestlers tonight.
I missed it tonight, and I wanted to be here because they were really a foundation of this program a long time ago.
I'm telling you, the board of directors, you guys up there, the staff up there has really been well, I mean, heck, we talked you guys into buying the most recent mat we bought 10 years ago, our first one that got our program started again.
Well, the YMCA is a very important aspect of our community and all athletics, but especially here in wrestling.
Yeah.
Chip wrestled for 6 years, and I don't know how long you wrestled in the YMCA, probably about the same length of time.
Not a time, I'm sorry.
Not a time.
Not a time.
Well,
I was a terrible young athlete.
Klein was kicked out of the Y at an early age.
But I also was the coach up there along with Larry Lott and ourselves. And Chip, I think, won six trophies in a year, didn't he?
Yeah, back then it wasn't quite as,
Not quite as
competitive as it is now because you've got a lot more. But back then you had Enterprise and Huntsville, and I guess
YMCA Montgomery.
Yeah, Montgomery had a strong program then, and Birmingham wasn't, at least not competing in the YMCA level at that time. But Frost still leading 2-1 in a tight match here. 27 seconds left in second period.
That guy is strong, isn't he? Look at those shoulders. He is strong.
Yeah, there's nothing like the old YMCA days. You know, if you were to go to the YMCA today and get paddled by one of the staff members, it probably wouldn't do good.
No, it'd be a lawsuit.
Nor did some of the staff members gamble on some of the fights. When the kids got in trouble, they put boxing gloves on them and put them in the room, and some of the staff members gambled over who would win.
Really? Larry Lott.
Probably so.
I've not seen Larry around lately.
He'll be here sooner or later. You can vouch on that. Larry Lott, one of the most dependable guys you'll ever see, as showing up at some point.
I expect he'll be here somewhere. He might be hid somewhere waiting to tell you something as you come out the door. But Willis Bradford has been here almost the entire life of the YMCA. But the history of the YMCA is very, very real, and Willis Bradford has been the only director that we've had.
What a takedown right there.
Man.
Man, Frost was not expecting that. I was watching them as you were talking. They were having words there. As one of them hit the other one pretty hard, they started talking to each other, and all of a sudden Frost was distracted a little bit. And Edwards just came in there and had a great takedown and now has a 3-2 lead going into the third period. 1:22 left in the third period.
Unfortunately, Frost, his bottom position is not his best area. So he's going to.
All right, let's get out of there real quick. You got to move quick.
Frost, the son of Larry and Lynn Frost.
Yep.
Known Lynn a long time, gotten to know Larry. Good folks there, and I see Lynn up there tonight. I'm sure Larry's here somewhere.
That's a very important aspect of wrestling, too, is the support of the parents.
Oh, yeah. We couldn't do it without them.
Frost has got a minute left to do something here. Down 3-2.
Not looking good right now. Come on, fight. Get your head up. Get a point, Coach Miller says. Got to get 1 point.
Now, Klein, it seems like the Auburn wrestler maybe should get something warning here because he's not working toward a pin.
No, he's hanging back on those hips. He's got to get out to the side.
But again, Frost is not getting to his knees either, so now he's fighting. Here we go. 19 seconds left. Frost has really got to put on a show right here to win this one. 3-2 in favor of Edwards of Auburn.
He needs a George move right now. George just stand up and run, and nobody could catch him. He was out. He just stand up.
I tell you what is a move that is perfected is by John Hayden Countryman. The Granby roll he's got one of the prettiest Granby rolls I've ever seen. Sure would like to see one of those right now for Frost here. 19 seconds left.
If I get time, I'll tell you about one of the matches where, I guess the first match we beat Lee High School. I'll tell you about what George did. And what happened, I managed to get the guy over there to switch a 190-pounder and let him wrestle their heavyweight, then let George wrestle their heavyweight.
Well, let's get to this right after this because Frost is down 1 point by a penalty point, may we ask. So he's really got to make a move here. Has he got a good spot here? Come on, 10 seconds now. 10 seconds. Keep fighting, Frost. Keep fighting. He's got it! What a move right there by Frost.
A 5-point move.
If he gets a reverse and let's see if he adds back points. Has he added yet?
Should.
Yeah, he should get 5 points.
2 points reversal added.
2 points for near fall.
2 green.
That's us.
Okay, but how did the Auburn wrestler get?
He got some back points there before
Oh, okay.
Frost went over.
What a great
What a
match.
finish.
What a great match by Frost right there. Fighting hard to win that one.
19 seconds.
Ooh, man. And Klein, I'm going to let you go ahead and quickly calculate the team scores. Go ahead. And we have, I thought we had a forfeit. Is this a forfeit? But
Oh, it is. It is.
yeah, forfeit with, I don't think that guy wanted to go out there. He must have lost his mind right there.
Yeah.
I think he had a stomach ache.
Well, he's got Jordan Kilo
Yeah.
to choose from. So
Either way, it's bad.
Two poisons.
John Hayden with a beautiful move as he walks out there and gets his hand raised.
I'll get us an update on the team score real quick.
Here comes Jordan Kilo. John Hayden got a forfeit, and we all hate that because we all like to see him wrestle, but he will be wrestling a Hoover guy here soon. Here's Jordan Kilo, returning 145-pound state champion, moving up quite a bit from 145 to 160 here for Prattville, taking on, let's see if I can, I don't know if that's Browning.
Looks like Browning.
Browning from Auburn here. Kilo picks up 2 quick points. Kilo, very technical wrestler. Got a cross body ride right now working. 2-0 here.
That was one of George Calloway's best moves right there. He loved that position right there.
How about that position right there?
Almost.
As now it looks like Kilo has got a full, no, still got the cross body. That's got to be tough on you right there when your spinal cord gets twisted like that. See how he's got his hand tied up over here? Now he's got a half. It'll be over with right now.
It's pin. Come on.
Unless he can get that arm through. But Kilo got him. That's got to be near pin there. Great fight by the Auburn guy here. But I think this is over with now. He's got that arm in, that half sunk in deep. I think it's just a matter of time.
Got to be hit the mat. Come on, hit the mat, fella.
If Jordan can get a pin here, we'll be ahead 37-14. Team score.
Here's, man, what a great effort by the Auburn wrestler. He's going to fight out of that, it looks like. Although Kilo still got the hold, so none even points given yet.
Ooh, boy, does that hurt.
God, he'd like to rip his chin out of his neck.
I told Chip last match, Horace, that Jordan made a 31 on his ACT.
Oh, my God.
I think the highest you make, 36.
Yeah.
If you can make a 28, you're going to get some college to pay for part of your education.
Yeah, that's right.
I expect so.
3 points right there for Kilo. The Auburn wrestler did a fantastic job.
I don't know how you got out of that one.
Not getting pinned there. 5-0 Kilo over, I believe that's Browning of Auburn. Is that what that says, Klein? It's a Tog County Education.
Yeah, he didn't give me his first name, but it's Browning from Auburn.
Browning from Auburn. 5-0 Kilo in favor.
Apologize to the Brownings of Auburn.
Yeah. Not your fault. You got to have the coach tell you or somebody. Yeah. I don't think it was the coach, one of the other wrestlers telling you. But Kilo likes to work that cross body, I guess, huh,
Yeah.
That kid from Auburn strong.
The Kilo seems more so than other wrestlers controls a lot of the wrist.
Yeah.
Oh, that's got. Ooh.
He is. He's a smart wrestler. You watch little things he does. He's
Look
not.
at that.
I haven't seen him do it tonight, but he'll.
That should be. That's got 2.
2.70.
Sometimes when he's on top, he'll take his front knee and put it into their thigh. He'll probably do it here in a minute. And you talk about painful. I mean, nothing illegal, but he's just, you know, inflicting a little pain, making that guy struggle a little more. And
right there.
Yeah, he had on his thigh right there.
he did.
Yeah.
Good coach.
He
That guy's going to sleep well tonight, I can tell you.
Shoot. He may need to go see a chiropractor in the morning.
Yeah, that's probably it. But you know, Jordan won the state last year at 145 pounds, and here he is, 160 pounder.
And that's rare that
Yeah.
somebody moves up
Doesn't have to worry
3
about
weight classes, right?
Yeah.
45, 52, and 60.
Got another 2.
That's going to be it right there.
Yeah.
And there's your pin, Kilo, with a great job there from Prattville, pinning the Auburn wrestler, Browning, in the 160-pound weight class. Coming up now, 171.
I think they're going to have forfeits at 71 and 89 if Kyle Zimmerman doesn't walk out there without his headgear on.
He almost did.
Yeah, which will get you a penalty point. And I hated that because I wanted you to see, Horace, I wanted you to see Christian Bennett, who's our new 89-pounder. He's been wrestling for about a month now. And
That's him right here.
Yeah.
He's a 9th grader.
Shake his hand when you leave tonight.
This the tall guy right there.
No,
No,
here.
that's Zimmerman. But Christian Bennett out there, he's a 9th grader,
9th grader.
an athlete.
189, 9th grader.
Well, I think he's about 170 pounds. He's wrestling 189.
My goodness. The 9th grader?
And he's a quarterback, I believe.
He's a 9th grade
One of the-
quarterback.
Yeah.
Who's just wrestling now?
This is Logan Sherrill that's wrestling a 215-pounder from Auburn who is, his name is Revon. Oh, gosh, I'm sorry.
That's bad when you can't read your own writing.
Yeah. I'll get his name here in just a second. I'm sorry about that. James Kirkland is the next one from Auburn. He's from heavyweight.
Logan Sherrill plays offensive line for Prattville, as well as Jeremy Hooks, who's coming up wrestling in heavyweight. Now, Klein, do we know, well, we'll get him. He's got to step out, but Prattville's got an excellent wrestler that's a freshman heavyweight. I don't see him tonight. Jeremy Hooks is going to wrestle heavyweight tonight, which is, he's not but about 210 pounds, so probably be at a big disadvantage. 2 points for the Auburn wrestler over Sherrill.
Real good takedown. These kids wrestle with a lot of skill. I haven't seen them wrestle this year, but and you can see the determination on each one of them. So it takes a lot of attitude to get out there one-on-one and do the best you can.
There's no excuses in that.
Nope.
Can't blame it on the center, the guard, the tackle, the fullback, the quarterback. It's the one-on-one.
Pull hard. All right, reverse there. And a pinning hold. Come on,
Logan
big man.
Sherrill, great move right there. May have an opportunity for a pin here.
Come on, slap the
Looks
mat.
like he's flat as a
Ooh,
flounder there.
I could call that from here.
There it is.
There we got it.
Great job, Logan Sherrill, with a pin.
That was Revon Farrell.
Revon Farrell. And here is Klein. I don't know if we know why J.J. Jones.
JJ is a little under the weather right now.
Okay.
He's been sick this week. Sounds like the flu.
Of course, Jeremy Hooks is one of our football players.
Right.
And
He's wrestling James Kirkland from Auburn. And I think this is their backup heavyweight as well, because they're normal heavyweights, one of the top heavyweights in the state.
There's no question about him being a heavyweight.
Yeah. Now, the thing about Jeremy Hooks, he goes for the kill immediately. He wants, I'm not kidding. He loves to end a match in the first period, first minute if he can.
Jeremy is our starting left tackle for Prattville. Got hurt earlier in the year on an ankle injury, but came back strong, ended up making all-county football team.
He might get to play somewhere.
He have an opportunity. He will. Jeremy Hooks is a very good athlete.
He is, yeah. Coach Miller's son, Nathan, is now kicking at West Alabama.
who is kicking now?
Nathan is kicking at West Alabama.
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
Well, fantastic.
Right.
We got several Prattville football players up there.
Possibly Huntington.
Oh, Jeremy may play football at Huntington.
Yeah,
That'd be great.
he's got some opportunities out there. A lot of Prattville football players have opportunities to play, but a lot of. I went up to watch Hunter and I went up and watched a West Alabama game this year, and there was 2 guys starting in the secondary for Prattville up there. J.D. Douglas and Mike Mitchell, both from Prattville, started.
Yeah.
And there was a couple other guys
We're
up
getting
there.
close to a pin here.
Yeah, it looks like Hooks. He's kind of riding with his legs a little bit, and I'm telling you, he doesn't like to get out of the first period.
Hooks does. He's in good shape right here.
He's got a pin there.
I think Jeremy is one of those deceptively strong guys. I mean, not to say he's small by any means, but.
Got 2 points.
Well, here's his offensive line coach right behind us, Mike Benefield. Ought to get some word from him there. See if we can't get him to talk about Logan Sherrill and let's put him on real quick. See if we can get him. We need to talk to you about Jeremy Hooks. Okay, well he's tied up with a youngin right now. 5-0. Jeremy Hooks winning after the first period, going into the second period. Let's see what we want. Red choice. He chooses down.
I was hunting this week over in Livingston, right out a couple miles outside of Livingston, and we had to go into Livingston. We ended up over at West Alabama, and I was impressed. That's a nice little college over there.
It is nice. Very nice.
I mean, it looks like they've upgraded their facilities.
Yeah, and they're in the process of redoing their field house and weight room. So, going to be really nice. Bobby Wallace, head coach there, who was my defensive back coach at Auburn my first 2 years, and I thought the world of him. He is the first coach to ever win 3 national titles in football back to back to back.
Wow.
And that was at University of North Alabama. He went from there to take on the job at Temple, which is the kiss of death of college football coaching.
Oh, really?
You don't win much at Temple.
Okay.
But he was there for quite a while and came back home to take the job at West Alabama. And I think Coach Wallace trying to fulfill his retirement here in Alabama, and be nice to finish it up here. And he's a good man, great coach.
Yeah, he was responsible for a great deal of Chip's success at Auburn.
Really?
Very good man.
So we've got, and who's Tommy Bowden is now at University of North Alabama.
No, Terry.
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 That's right.
You got former Auburn coach.
Which I think is a good move for him because he's walking into a championship program. North Alabama has been in the quarterfinals of the playoffs, I know, maybe even the semifinals in the past couple years. So he's taken over a football program that's in excellent shape, and he's been out of football for 7 or 8 years, and so I think it'll be a good thing for both Terry Bowden and North Alabama. 5-0 still after 2 periods. Hooks from Prattville ahead of the Auburn wrestler here.
The Auburn man, I don't think want to get too close.
No, he knows he's going to go to his back. Jeremy's.
Hooks. It's always funny to watch these heavyweights because they're not in the shape that the 103-pounders are in.
Oh.
Uh-oh, Hooks.
Got a takedown.
Oh, and this guy's kind of rubbing it in a little bit.
Yeah, 5-2. Let's see what Hooks does here. He might get a little. The Auburn wrestler outweighs Hooks by a few pounds there, so Hooks can't afford to do anything like that almost we put on his back. I was fixing to say that, but
Pretty quick move.
and Jeremy's not the most experienced wrestler we have.
No,
You know,
it's his second year.
he basically came out for wrestling, I think, Klein,
Oh, look at this.
to help him out in football.
What a reversal there.
Hooks has got him. He got him.
I thought so.
Yes, sir. Good job, Jeremy Hooks.
That rubbed him behind the neck and made him mad, I think.
Yeah.
Don't you think, Klein?
And that's going to be the end of the match as Prattville handles Auburn handily. Jeremy Hooks, the 103, I think, was a forfeit. But we're going to go ahead and take a break, and we'll be back, and we'll see a lot of the Auburn Hoover and maybe have Coach Miller and Mike Hill to come in here and talk with Coach Powell here about where Prattville wrestling was, where it is now, and all those things as we watch Auburn and Hoover. But we'll go ahead and take a break, send it back to the studios. You're listening to WIQRsports.com. Oh, that's right.
Studios, we're on the internet.
You got to tell me, man. I don't know that.
Turn those three knobs down. Those three white knobs, you got to turn them all off.